First time I looked around that room and saw him, I thought the Lord had sent an angel down to my high school classroom and told him to play the violin. From that moment I sat and I looked and I looked, and I could not for the life of me find any trace of wings. But my eyes would not look away, and he saw me that first day. He saw me, but I swear he did not really see me, not that day nor any other day, when I could not tear my eyes away, my thoughts away from the angel in the seat just one behind me and one more away. I would not speak, and I was too afraid to speak, and it was months of broken resolutions and cowardly promises before I finally got up the courage to break the ice. 2 words, and I stuttered on them, too. 2 words that broke my hopes and met my expectations, for who was I to talk to an angel? But I felt so many things, it was hard to keep them in me, so I wrote it all down in a broken notebook, and then just seeing it there half convinced me it was real, and when I fell asleep he was the last word in my head, and when I woke up he was the first face that I saw, and then I opened my eyes and I hated the morning. 4 weeks of that until I couldn't stand it anymore, and so I opened my traitor mouth again in the early days of April when I knew I had just 3 months of heaven left, and to me he laughed his perfect laugh and smiled his perfect smile and played the part of an angel so perfectly I could not imagine that no one else saw it but me. I counted those words every night, counted their worth, and came up with all the ways I had failed in the early days of April, and my expectations were met. But then there was her, and I knew her, and the knowing her meant that I could not hate her no matter how much I wanted to hate her, and half of me whispered it was good I did not hate her, and half of me whispered that I would rather I hated her. It was some time around then that I realized I had fallen. No better than any teenage fangirl screaming, "Edward Cullen!" I realized I had fallen in love with an idea, and no matter how hard Mrs. Stephanie Meyer might try, that should have never been all right with me. And it was irrevocable. Now I have friends who drink, friends who smoke, friends who have sex and cut their wrists and burn their own skin because they don't want to stop it, even though they see where it's going and all it's going is down. I've always been the good girl, the quiet girl, the girl who's too smart to do that shit. But not near smart enough, no, not to sell her heart to an illusion, to get hooked on an illusion, to ignore my friends and family and go through the motions of everyday life so that for 45 minutes of 5 days of each week I might get a glimpse of my custom-tailored illusion. But I won't quit. And even though my angel does not see me, I remember every instant that I have seen him, but it's no use, because on graduation day he will pick up his wings and fly away, and I will be left here on my hands and knees to pray that he'd come down to the world to stay, and in 10 months all I had been able to say was 20 words in stumbling disarray. Fuck the day I realized it never could have been my way.